Hi guys, this is Jules. I am Manuel's and AGM's creative director, but I also work on messenger channels. So I'm going to share a little bit here about how to create a main menu for your messenger channel. It's kind of a basic element of your channel, so it's a good place to start. If you don't know where to start, a main menu is a great place to start. So I'm going to walk through a few things first. Okay, so first, what is a Facebook Messenger menu? Here's what it looks like on mobile. Now, just to actually kind of define it, it's a main menu inside of Messenger. And to find it when you're on mobile, you just have to swipe up. You'll see this little thing here, and you kind of drag it up, and you'll see these options. That is, of course, if your channel has a main menu and if it's been set up, which I will show you. Now, on desktop, it looks a little bit different. It has these three little lines. And all you have to do is click on it and it'll show the different options. There was a time when there were sub-menu items, like you could have like about us, and then there could be like contact us or our story or whatever, but that's not available anymore. But you can technically make sub-menus inside of these flows, which we'll get to in just a little bit. Okay, so like I was mentioning, here's an important note. Main menu options are limited to only 3 options. However, submenu items can be created within the main menu flows. And I will try to remember to talk about that when I'm showing how to create these flows. Okay, so main menu options, like the subjects or the options that you have there, will depend on what industry you're in. And here's some examples. So here are some ideas for various industries. Restaurant, could be about us, contact us, menu. You know, pretty simple, pretty basic. These can always be changed, but these are just some basic ideas. Local service, example, Maid service, about us, contact us, testimonials. One of these could be maybe under about us could be meet our team. And then you have images of some of your people that work there, and somebody could go in there and learn about your business in an interactive way, which is that's one of the things I love about Messenger, is that it's interactive. It's not just a giant page of information. It's something that someone can click on things and something else happens. So, okay, moving on. All right, so you can have an online service, for example, a website design. You have about us, our services. You could have free design tips. That could be a great way to get phone number and email leads, for example. Like, we'll give you the free guide on how to, simply lay your website out so that it converts in the best way possible. But in order to get it, you need to provide your email address and phone number, whatever it is. But that's just an idea. If you didn't want to do free design tips, you could do something like, you could do contact us if you wanted to, just to be direct. I think for any service, it's probably a good idea to have a contact us option very clearly there. But there's a bit more to that on the contact us option. But anyways, okay. And here's another one, eCommerce. You can have about us, you could have browse products. You could also have contact us. This would work also for Amazon businesses, where you could also list your products and have links that go directly to your products. All right, so let's go ahead and create some main menu flows. How do I get out of here? Okay, good. All right, so first things first, I'm inside of my own personal Facebook page here called Craft Addicts. And it's not really a business. It's just something I created to share crafting ideas and stuff like that. I haven't really done a lot with it. The last time I did a little training video like this, I made a survey flow. And so that's why I have like 26 or 28, I guess I have 26 subscribers now, is just from people testing my survey flow. But anyways, I don't really have anything created for this business. So I'm just going to create some general examples. And I think what I'm going to do is base this on sort of let's just say that we sell products. Okay. I'll try to stick with craft products just to kind of make it make sense. All right. So first things first, personally, I like to stay really organized inside of ManyChat so that I'm not trying to remember where I put things. So let's start with making the flows. And the first thing I do is go to flows, and then I created a folder. And to do that, you just click here, name your folder, and it'll open it up. So I already have a main menu folder here. And I'm just going to go ahead and start creating the flows here. Okay, so we're going to go with About Us as one of our options. Okay, and then here, we want to start adding some information about your business, who you are, your history, why you created this business, anything that would give the person some insight into your business and who you are, add some personality to it. So I'm going to go ahead and create this, and I'll come back and show you guys what I did. Okay, so I've already put some things together, and I put my image here. I was actually trying to find an image of me and my kids because I do mention that I'm a mother of 2, but I couldn't find a good one. So we're just going to go with my signature purple hair image. And let me just show you what I put here. And again, this is in the About Us section. So I'm introducing myself. I say hi, or hey, first name. My name is Jules, and I'm the founder of Craft Addicts. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to show anyone who doesn't know how to do this. To plug in a name like that, this will pull the person's first name and just mention them in there. So if your name is Bob, it'll say, hey, Bob. Or if your name is Sarah, it'll say, hey, Sarah. So to do that, all you can do is click on these little brackets here, click on first name, and there you go. You can put an exclamation point or whatever you want to put after that. Okay, so this says, hey, my name is Jules, and I'm the founder of Craft Addicts. I'm a mother of 2, and you guessed it, a craft addict. I created this business because I've always been in love with anything and everything having to do with creativity. My goal is to inspire others to create their own masterpieces. If you'd like, and actually I'll get to that in a second. So that's the basic message, is just telling them a little bit about who I am, why I created this, what my goals are, etc. If you're a business that's been around for a long time, you might want to say, we've been around for 20 years helping people improve the health of their teeth, whatever it is that your business is. But I just did something relatively simple. Now, I did add a part down here, and this would require creating more flows. I personally make some of the biggest flows because I like to have a lot of options for people to take a look around, just all these different routes that they can go to just keep on clicking things, because you want them to click things, because when they click and they engage with your channel, you can send messages to them, like promotional messages to offer your services and stuff. You'll reach more people that way. But this is really an optional section here. So I put, if you'd like, take a look around my messenger channel by clicking on one of the buttons below. That's my stable thing. It's what I normally do with every channel. When I create these main menus or any flows, I try to end it with something that will get the person to continue looking around, just to keep that engagement going. But you don't have to do that. So we're going to go with a more simple route here instead of doing these different options. Again, if you wanted to use this, you would have to create separate flows for each of them. So, what your products are, that actually could be a main menu item. Craft tutorials might be its own thing. See some of my art would be its own flow. So I'm going to just get rid of this for now. Maybe I'll come back to it and show you how to do it, but I want to keep it relatively simple for the purpose of this training. So, okay, so in this part, I can just say, happy to have you here. It could literally just end like that. I'm happy to have you here. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and publish it. Okay, so we've got the About Us section there. Now, again, we're just going to pretend like I do sell products, which I do not, but let's go ahead and just create a new one. So we're going to have another flow called craft products, okay? Something else I do also to keep this clear is I'll name it with main menu, which I should have done on About Us. Okay, good. So I'm going to go ahead and create this because I'm just making it up as I go along, but then I'll come back and show you when I'm done. All right, so I plugged some things into here already. And so the name of this flow, again, is called, I think it's called Craft Products. That's what I put. And when somebody clicks on that, they'll see, hey, first name, we offer an array of products you can use to create your own masterpieces. Swipe through the below images to explore some of our best sellers. Now, this right here is what you call a gallery. I think it's just called gallery. Let me show you what it looks like here. When you click on this content block here and you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see an option here to add a gallery. And it will give you two different options for image shapes. This is more of a landscape type of shape. And here's square. I personally prefer square because it's easier to match those dimensions than the landscape one. So I'm going to go ahead and close that out since I already created this. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple different options on how to share this information about your products. Hold on, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. That's good. Okay. The simple way would be to show your product and then, use the description or the name. What is this called? I think it's just called description. I'm not really sure, but use this section here to put a name to it so you can explain what it is. In this case, we're calling this a craft kit. It's a spiral wind spinner. These are not my images. This is from some other website called orientaltrading.com where I just found a bunch of images. So I don't sell anything. These are just examples, but okay, so this is a craft kit, a spiral wind spinner, which is what that is. And all I put here was click the button below to learn more about this product. I typed in learn more in the button and I'm going to have it go to a website. So we're just going to do google.com because this is not a real flow. Now, another option here is instead of just taking them directly to your website, you can tell them more information about your product inside of Messenger, which I always like. The more you keep them in Messenger, kind of the better, then they have, I don't know, I just like it, but however you want to do that. So let's just say instead of going to a website, we're going to have it actually connect to another content block about this spinner. So we go learn more. And I already created this message here. I already created this message right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just connect it like that. So when they click on learn more, it'll go straight to this message that says, sure, first name, I can tell you more about this product. This kit has everything you need to make your own spiral wind spinner, including a wooden dowel, planks, beads, and a satin cord, for hanging. Actually, I'm going to throw in an image here because I realized I also downloaded that. I don't know if you saw that, but to add an image, you just click on this symbol, oh my goodness, this symbol right here, and it'll add it right here, and then you just have to drag it up, which is what I did. I'm going to add some seconds here. I like to space things out a bit. Okay, so I'm going to show an image of what is all included in this kit. Okay, so here's all the pieces of it. So that describes what it is, has everything you need to make your little spinner. When completed, your spiral wind spinner will measure 5 inches by 16.5 inches. That's just stuff I got from this other website. Click the button below to buy it now. So I put in a buy it now option. We're going to have it go to Google because this is not real, not my product anyways. And I also put another option that says view more products. And I like to do that because sometimes people don't know that they can scroll back up and go to the previous menu that had all of these. So I'm just going to have this connect back up here, and that'll take them back to this flow. Ideally, you would separate this section of text and the gallery so that you can connect just to the products or connect to just the section that says swipe through the below images to explore some of our best sellers. But it's not a big deal. So I'm just going to connect it like that. For the rest of these, though, I'm going to go with a more simple route, and I'm just going to set it up so that each of the buttons below the images go to the page where that product is being sold. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll come back. All right, so I am almost done here. I've already connected the first two, and I just put in learn more, and then I just connected it to Google. And I'm going to go ahead and add this last one here to add a button. And this is in case anybody's totally new to this. You just click here, type in learn more. And if you want to go to a website, you click on open website. That's what you're telling it what you want it to do when they click that button. And we're just going to do Google because I do not sell these products. Okay, good. So we're basically done here. I'm going to leave this one as is right here. But like I said, like you can do something like this for each of them, and just have more information in a second content block. You could even have, if you wanted to, have a video of it being put together. Like that would be pretty cool, I think, to be able to watch that and they're like, man, I want to make that. But just for simplicity's sake, we're just going to keep it with just the links that go directly to the product. So I'm going to go ahead and click publish, and we'll go back to our other main menu items. While I'm at it though, I'm going to change this to, I just like to be really clear on my naming conventions here. Okay, good. So far we have an about us and we have craft products. So let's do another section called free. I'll figure it out. Okay, so we're going to call it, first of all, main menu, free crafting tutorials, or do-it-yourself tutorial. We'll do it that, DIY. We'll see if that fits into the actual main menu. We'll see. Let's just do craft. Oh my goodness. Okay, create. Okay, cool. So this one, it's always great to include free stuff in your channel because it's an opportunity to, one, build trust with your audience, and two, you can potentially collect information from these people, like their email and phone number. So you're discovering who is really interested in your product and brand, and then you can later target them with ads and stuff. But that's not my area of expertise, but I will show you just the messenger side of it. All right, so we're going to do free craft tutorials here. And what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and create this, and I'm going to create kind of like a sub menu here of different crafting tutorials. And then I'll come right back and show you what I did. Okay, so I made some of it. I just added text. I'm going to show you where I'm at right now. All right, so we have, this is what I put in. I put, hey, first name, crafting can be one of the most relaxing ways to wind down after a long week, or just a great way to simply have fun. Swipe through the below options and pick one of our free crafting tutorials. And then I added the gallery option here. So at this point, I have to go and look for some examples from other websites and see what I can plug in. And I'll come back and show you what I did. All right, so I have added some more things here, and I just had to find something online to plug this in. And technically, I could use some of this in my channel as long as I reference who the creator is, which I'm not really sure who that is here, but regardless, it's still just an example. So what I did is I added what the end product would be, and I put the title here as decoupage. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Decoupage bowl. Click the button below to get the steps, and then I just named the button select this option. I was going to put select as a DIY. Am I saying that right? But some people don't know what that is, and I try to, when I can, avoid putting words that someone may possibly not understand. So just as clear as possible, select this option. Okay, good. So this next part is, it says, great choice. Before you get started, here's a list of materials you need in order to make this. And it lists all the things out, which is based off of this thing on the left. And it says, when you're ready to move on to step one of this tutorial, click the button below. Now, this could get kind of lengthy. So instead of doing something like this, where you're building these individual flows inside of this main menu, you may want to create separate flows. And I'll show you how to do that. So first things first, actually, I'm going to copy this. When you do, you can copy content blocks. You can copy the entire thing if you wanted to inside of ManyChat. Just a tip, and I don't know why this is, but when you want to copy something, you click on Shift on your keyboard, highlight it, or whatever section is that you want to copy, and you got to move it. Okay, I don't know why, but that's what we have to do for it to copy. Sometimes it's a little glitchy. So then the copy, you want to do Control, or if you have a Mac, I guess Command, and then C, and that'll copy it. So now I'm going to show you how to create a new flow, because I just realized this is going to be a ton of steps, and I don't want to have this flow slowed down because I have a bunch of content blocks. Okay, so now I'm going to click on this. I'm going to drag it here. I'm going to click on Start Flow, and then I'm going to click to select a flow. And I'm actually just going to create a new flow. And we're going to call this free tutorial decoupage bowl. Put something like that. Create. Okay, so now it's going to take you to a totally new flow. I'm going to paste what I copied earlier. Oh, this is getting a little laggy. Goodness. I'm going to connect this here, and I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, good. So now we have that. And I can continue to build my set of steps here. Now, I'm going to do just a few. There's 6 steps. Whoops. There's 6 steps to this particular tutorial. I'm just going to do a few of them just to show you, because that's not the main point of this particular training, but I will come back when I have more here. All right, so I have added a few things so far. I'm going to show you what I've done here. Okay, so I think I showed you this already, but at the bottom it says, when you're ready to move on to step 1 of this tutorial, click the button below. So they go to step 1, and it says step 1, search online and find images of granny motifs in colors that are complementary to each other and make copies. This is all from the tutorial I found. So I'm not getting super creative on the copy here, but the text, I mean, but it explains what needs to be done for each of these steps. So the idea is that I would have a content block for each one, and at the bottom, all of them would say, click the button below to continue the next step, and so on. Now, I am actually going to just end it here. I'm going to just put a placeholder here because it won't let me publish it unless I have an action set for this button. I'm just going to do that for now. Again, the idea would be to have this entire tutorial here, and but we're just going to leave it like that for right now. Let's go back to the main menu flow that I was working on. Actually, again, for organizational purposes, I'm going to create a separate folder for free tutorials. I'm just going to drag that into that. Okay, good. So let's go back to the main menu, and here I have the free craft tutorials. And so instead of using this, because I just created it in the other flow, I am going to assign this flow here. By the way, when you go like this and you create a flow using this method, it's not, even if you click to select a flow and you create a new flow, it's not going to automatically connect it. You have to do it yourself. Or you have to do it separately. So I'm going to go ahead and click here to select a flow, and I'm going to get the one I just made, select this flow. Okay, good. So now when somebody clicks on that, it'll give them a whole set of steps on how to make this decoupage bowl. I'm going to add a couple more options just to show you what it could potentially look like, and I'll come right back. All right, so I added a couple other options here to the free crafting tutorials section of my menu. And I made some kind of placeholder flows for these. They don't have any steps in them, but I'm going to go ahead and connect them here. So this is already selected here. So I'm just going to go to my free tutorials, and that's for pretty buttons. If they click on that, all they're going to see is coming soon. That's all it says. But again, just a placeholder so I can publish it. Then I'm going to go like this. I'm going to select a flow, start flow. And we're going to do custom photo pillow. And I'm going to go ahead and publish it. Okay, so now we have our 3 main menu options here. And again, you can get very extensive with these main menus. I know I do, because I like people to just click and click and click and click. But that's totally up to you. You can keep it as simple as you want or as complex as you want. So let me show you finally how to connect this up to make it live on your channel. And that way, when somebody goes to your Messenger channel, they can swipe up or click those 3 little lines that I showed earlier and view these options. So to do that, you'll want to go to, is it settings? Oh, it's okay. It's automation. Go to main menu, And right now it says it's enabled, even though I don't have a main menu, but let's go ahead and add a menu item, and we're going to name it About Us. This is what will show up for the person that's inside your channel. We're going to open, what are we going to do here? Reply with message. Oh yes, reply with message. If you wanted to connect directly to your website, then you could do that, just have it open website, but I'm going to have actual flows connected. Okay, so we're going to select an existing flow, which is what we just made. Oop, wrong one. So we're going to select About Us, select this flow. Okay, good. So now that's set. Let's do another main menu item. We're going to say free craft. I'm going to just put free tutorials. It does let you do more text, but on mobile, it will cut it off after a certain point. I don't know exactly what that character limit is, but I try to keep them short just in case. So I'm going to put a little emoji here just to make it fun. Let's do a light bulb. I'm going to do something here too. Smiley face. Okay. And what was this? Products. Craft products. I'm going to do a little paint thingy for that. Whatever pops up. Paint. Okay, good. So, oops, I didn't assign this one. Okay, so free tutorial, select existing. We're going to go to main menu, free craft tutorials. That's going to be the menu of options for that. And then craft products, select existing, go to main menu, or the folder main menu that I put here, and I'm going to get craft products. And that'll show them some of our products. I'm going to go ahead and update the main menu. Now, this is what it'll look like on a phone right here, and they can click on those various things. So I'm going to test it out. Hopefully no one's in my channel right now because these aren't real main menu options. Hold on, why is this so slow? Oh. Okay, so here's some of my kids, by the way. And here's some cutting boards that I made a long time ago. At some point, this is so laggy right now. Well, hopefully it'll load at some point. Hold on, I'm going to pause this while this is thinking. Well, it's been a while now and Facebook is still thinking about it. So I don't know if Facebook is temporarily broken right now, but regardless, this is what the main menu will look like on the mobile phone, and anyone can go and click on About Us, free tutorials, and craft products. I will include links in the description of this video so that you can check out some of those flows. Again, they're not complete because I was just doing it just for the sake of a tutorial. I am going to turn off this menu though because it's not really real. Oh, look, it popped up. Maybe I can show you now. Hold on. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if I have anything here from Craft Ethics. Here we go. Okay. So let me turn it back on and see if it shows up. Sometimes it takes a little while, so it might not show. Open in Messenger. Okay. Please show. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it popped up. Oh, I guess the emojis don't show. That's a bummer. Let me check on my phone. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just double checking. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I just want to see if these emojis show up on my phone. Doesn't even look like the main menu shows up yet, but like I said, sometimes it can take a little while, but that's fine. So here's our main menu. So we'll click on About Us. This is what somebody coming to my channel would see. Click on About Us. Hello, Jules. Welcome, Chalksticks. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. Oh, my goodness. No wonder it shows up. I obviously have not had enough coffee. Let's see if it shows up for the actual page I meant. Oh my goodness, Facebook. Okay, here we go. It does show. Okay, I was like, what the heck? Okay, so here's the emojis. That's what I was wondering about. Okay, so we'll click on About Us. And there's my face there. Hey, Jules. My name is Jules, and I'm the founder of Craft Addicts. I'm a mother of two, and you guessed it, a craft addict. Anyway, so it's going to do the message I just showed you how to build. And happy to have you here. Okay, great. How about free tutorials? Hey, Jules. Crafting can be one of the most relaxing ways to wind down after a long week, or just a great way to simply have fun. Swipe through the below options to pick one of our free crafting tutorials. And here they are. And it's taking a little while to load for some reason, but there we go. Okay, good. So let's see. We have a decoupage bowl, pretty buttons, custom photo pillow, and I can select on one of these. I'll do this one. And you'll start delivering those messages. Here's a list of things I'll need for it. And then I could go through the rest of the steps. And last but not least, we'll go to craft products. Let's see what these people have to offer. And here are the messages I created, just coming on in. All right, so we have a spiral wind spinner and a camp picture frame and a patriotic paper fan wreath and an anchor string art. And so again, I set all of these, well, if you remember, this one actually has more information inside of the channel. Okay, so I'm gonna have that, these messages would start to pop up for this one. That's the only one I set up like that. It's gonna show me what are all the elements of this crafting kit. It's gonna tell me a little more. When completed, your spiral wind spinner will measure 5 inches by 16.5 inches. Click the button below to buy it now. Normally when I have two buttons, I'll say click one of the buttons below to continue. But it doesn't really matter that much. So I'm gonna, if I click buy it now, it'll just go to Google because that's what I assigned the link as, but I'm gonna go to view more products. And it's gonna take me back to the previous list of options. This is what I was mentioning earlier, that these two messages should be separated so that it just starts with swipe through the below images, but it's not a big deal. So here's the other products, and all of these will just go to Google only because, again, I don't actually sell these products. So anywho, that is actually the end of my little tutorial here. Again, there's your main menu items. I'm going to turn off my main menu here because it's just an example, but that is how you set up a main menu. I hope that was helpful.